So we're going to spend half the session talking about the new toy Aaron got.
And it was free. No. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this latest session of that D&D podcast's Argent Springs Adventures Dungeon World second season. That sounds like a bunch of words that are probably in the right order. Um, we are going to be doing our fourth session tonight. With some new players, some who've been around before, maybe some new characters. So I guess let's go around and introduce ourselves. My name is Aaron. I'm the DM, as per usual at this thing. Um, yeah, I'll be playing the part of basically everything aside from these four people. So I guess next let's go to Alex, since you're top on the Discord list.
I am Alex. I am playing a skittish arachnid thief from the dungeon in the middle of town who is curious about the above world.
Yes. What's your? Why don't you give everybody your arachnid's name?
Her name is Cecilia, and she got that name from a weird little item she had that had everything else scratched out except for the word Cecilia on it.
Fair enough. Next up, let's go to Joe.
Oh, there's the mute button. Hello, I'm Joe. I will be playing Lomain, the returning little mushroom character that I played in season 1.
All right. Anything
Yeah,
fun you want to tell us about your character?
Well, he's a little druid, and he did get to level 2, so I decided to pick Thing Talker. So now he not only can talk and become animals, he can talk to spirits of rocks and trees and water. So that'll be fun. We'll see how that goes.
I'm sure you won't use it in any way to derail anything that I have planned by any means. It'll be great.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all.
Next, let's go to Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm playing Sam and Sable tonight. Sam is the good-natured, if somewhat simple ranger, and Sable is his thinking brain bird.
Okay. That's a good elevator pitch. And last but not least, let us go to Dana.
Hey, I will be playing Lux, who is a paladin. My holy symbol is going to be that of a white raven.
Yes. So that is the cast of characters who I'm going to try and kill mercilessly. And I guess in order to do that, we should get this thing started. So last session, the group managed to come across a weird portal that was basically vacuuming up a lot of the water that was coming out of the Menanke, which obviously would hamper the survival efforts of the people in town, since most of them require water to do that whole living thing. After some exploration, they found a group of dead fish people and dead adventurers from town, and one alive fish person that they decided to name Bob. And then they gave him a crown that they had, which allowed him to speak to them. They brought Bob back up to the first floor to talk with the leadership there, and a deal proposition was struck up with the idea that the leaders from both groups or species or something would meet and figure stuff out. So that's where y'all are. So Cecilia, how did you end up topside? Did you just decide one day to go out and explore, or how'd that go?
Did I actually ask you about this, but you never said anything. I guess, yeah. One day she decided to get out there and explore a bit.
Okay. Makes sense. Sorry, my phone is making weird sounds. So, the four of you are called to the pretty much the same table that we've seen several times already this season. It's Ash, the human bard from the Adventuring Company from the first season, and she is joined by a large orc, a kobold, and a goblin. And they're all trying to look very proper and businesslike. And she waves you over, asks you to sit down, and then asks all of you if you would like a drink.
Sam looks a little at Sable, like for permission, but then nods.
You
Lomain's never had a drink, so he'll try one.
Sweet pickled mushrooms. Let's do this.
Lux will politely decline.
Cecilia will politely ask for a glass of water.
Fair enough. So there's 2 ales and 2 waters produced. One is kind of slid across the table to Lux with like a raised eyebrow, like, I don't know what paladins drink. Is this okay?
This will suffice.
Excellent. So I'm not sure how much you all know about what's going on down below. We've tried to keep things relatively close to the chest due to the fact that we're dealing with creatures from, let's call it another place. We're not exactly sure where they're from. But they come out of portals, and we're going to try and do diplomacy with them. Which, all seems well and good, but we are not completely trusting of these new people, and having backup would be well advised, we believe. So that's kind of what you're here for. I guess I'd have to give you... Hold on a second. And then she says something to one of the kobolds in like this weird yipping, chittering sound. And it scampers off and comes back with something wrapped in a bandage. It's about the size and shape of a humanoid arm. She says, "Okay, well, this is your authorization to travel. You're going to go down to the 39th floor, where I'm sure it's all safe. You're going to scout things out, and then we'll be a few minutes behind you. And I guess we will wait there for the other emissaries to arrive. I think they call them the Exalted Ones. So that seems kind of fancy. I just have eyebrow rings, so this is... I feel like I'm not on the right footing here."
The 39th floor?
Yes, 39th floor, which I'm sure for those of you who know about the Menanke, as we go down, it gets more dangerous, and nobody has verifiably ever gone this far down. Nobody's gone past 12 that we know of. And this is, I'm not sure how well you all know numbers. This is more than that.
A lot more?
Oh yes, several times more. It's bad. I mean, it could be bad. I don't know. That's why you're here. Do you all have all the supplies you need? Are you ready to set out and do this, or is there anything else that you all need for this job?
I could use some more arrows.
I'll see what we can do. And she sends somebody off to go find some arrows for you.
Around the group, does anybody look like they know what they're doing? Like, feels confident?
The guidance of the White Raven will show us the way.
Okay. That's good.
Cecilia just sort of carefully raises her hand.
Which one?
Middle one.
Ash looks over. She's like, "Did you have a question, or are you just answering to that part?"
Isn't going down that far really dangerous? Like, we don't even go down that far.
Yeah, oh no, it's incredibly dangerous, and I was going to say before we head out, it may be good to get whatever affairs that you have that need to be in order ordered, just to be on the safe side.
Can I set a quest?
Sure. What is your quest?
To protect. Oh wait, state what you want to do. Sorry, it's the first time I've done this quest thing.
Oh no, you're fine.
Um,
That do a thing? Oh wow, oops. Okay, so you have to pick one of those: slay blank, defend blank, or discover the truth of blank.
ooh. I will defend the party
Okay.
from the iniquities that beset them.
Okay.
Oh.
Choose up to 2 boons.
Okay.
I like how it's inequities. So like,
You got possibilities there, you know.
All right, I will choose a mark of divine authority.
Okay.
And
Ooh, a few of these are really good.
Mhm. Especially if we're going to do diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, which is I'm thinking might come in handy.
Yeah. Oh, and just so you know, however many bonds you pick, I'm going to give you that many vows. So right now you've just got 1.
Okay. And I wonder if the voice might be a good one in case they speak another language.
Ooh.
Let's do that. A voice that transcends language, so I
Okay.
can do diplomacy if needed,
Mhm.
and I have a divine authority.
Diplomacy en español. All right, so I'm going to give you.
¿Cómo estás?
You could just talk, and it's got tildes on stuff now. So let's see. Your vows. You're going to have to take a vow of truth. So you're forbidden from telling a lie.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That will be interesting in diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. I'm really stuck on like between 2 of these because they could be very good and pull you in some places. I'm gonna do. Let's do honor. I'm gonna go with the one different than what I was thinking. So you are forbidden from using cowardly tactics and tricks.
So basically lies.
Yes, but fight lies. No fight lies or mouth lies.
Oh. Very honest, this game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or else. Okay.
No, I think this should be good. My mark of divine authority kind of looks like, I guess, angel wings, because the white raven will kind of be portrayed like that.
Sweet.
So, yeah, that's
like
what
it.
it's gonna look like.
Okay, so Ash pulls you off to the side, the 4 of you, and she says, "Okay, I didn't want to say this in front of, the other heads of Menanke State. I don't know what to call them. We don't have a name for ourselves. But if things go bad, take care of yourselves. Like, I know we're kind of some sort of weird de facto leaders of this whole thing, but I mean, we can be replaced too. So, just make sure you also prioritize your own lives, and it's probably going to be really weird down there. So don't do anything stupid. I mean, too stupid. You could do like, I don't know, cool stupid, but like, oh, there's a dragon, we're going to go climb in it. Don't do that. That's bad.
Got it.
you can climb dragons?
According to 4 different songs that I sing. Look,
I like songs.
if you come back, I'll sing all 4 of them for you. How's that?
All right.
Well, I guess we both have to come back, but yes. 1 song for each of you that comes back.
By my honor as a paladin,
Oh.
each one of us will come back
Says,
alive.
okay, I guess if you all want to head out and make preparations, feel free, and I'll catch up with you, and we'll get this thing started, I suppose. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. And then she, hands. Who wants to take the arm?
Cecilia holds up her arms.
Here you go.
She carefully tucks it away.
We had to give her a hand.
Oh man.
So since we're doing diplomacy, are we gonna bring like a gift or something to give them?
Ooh, that's definitely something we can do.
That's a lovely idea.
What do we give fish people?
Flakes.
Are we to
Or
assume?
not too much. Too many.
It doesn't have to be anything really fancy. It just kind of really be like a sign of good faith, you know? Like we're here to not kill you, I suppose.
How British rubbery?
That would be good. I mean, it requires water, and you know we're trying to trade for water, but maybe that would make them
You
more.
can offer them a mushroom.
I could, but that might kill them some. That'd be bad.
Ugh, I really wish I.
Get some worms or something? Fish like worms, right?
Do they eat other fish?
We didn't really get that far in the negotiations. They just said, "We want water. We'll give you food."
Oh, they want water.
Yeah, they were. Oh, I forgot to tell you that part. They had a big.
Okay.
They have several portals that sort of were sucking up the water going to the town,
Oh.
and it seems like they have the power to just make those. So
Mhm.
if we can't reach a deal, things might get ugly pretty quickly.
Okay.
You know, just it's fine. We'll totally we'll be fine. So yeah, you all head down and
Right.
we'll get our cart together, and we've got some, I guess, you know, I have some papers to draw up and get us to sign and all that. It'll be just a few minutes. Ow. God.
Sam will look over towards Lux. Yeah.
To sign the paper?
Well, ready?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, so
So
Let's see some fish people.
so you all walk over to the weird. Oh wait, hold on. So yeah, you walk out over to the teleportation room, and Sam, do you still have that thing?
That was the same question I had.
Oh,
I assume so.
yeah, you've just. Oh. Oh no. Okay, no, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure.
if you still want to have it, you still have it. It's a weird shadow. I mean, it's a weird dagger that makes shadows where you go.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
far,
I don't.
nothing's like come out of it or anything, though.
Oh, right.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you all get to the transporter room, and this voice sounds disinterested. And she says, "Welcome, travelers. Please present identification or whatever."
Cecilia pulls out the arm and holds it up.
Mm-hmm. Scans, goes beep beep boop. All right, you're authorized. Well, you know, for the floors that you have access to. Where do you want to go?
Which floors do we have access to?
All the ones you've been to.
Okay.
Oh my God, do you
9.
want me to list them?
Is there more than 2?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 39.
Okay.
39?
All right. How many people are going?
Cecilia starts counting on one hand and moves to the next one because she only has 3 fingers per hand. 4.
And
All
one
right.
arm.
Sable's a person. It's rude.
You hear a sigh come out of the machine, and he goes, "All right, stand on the platform, or I don't care. Don't. I'm not your dad." Picture like
Weird.
a bored teenage state fair employee.
Lex will lean over to the others and be like, "Is he supposed to be like that?"
I can hear you now. I'm a super advanced machine. God.
Lex will like straighten up
cool.
in surprise.
What's it like being a super advanced machine?
Well, let's see. On a given day, I suppose you meet things, probably have a couple hundred thoughts, so that's cool. But I've got about 1,000,000 a second, and I'm stuck in this room waiting for people to talk to who probably want to go down and die in a hole and get them to tell me what number they want to go to. So, it's thrilling.
I don't want to go die in a hole.
You do or you don't?
I don't.
Okay. I'm not going to run calculations for you because that would just be disheartening. Good luck on level 39, man.
Thanks!
Do you want to come with us?
Mm.
I'm not sure if you know this. I'm part of the wall and I control the transport. So if I did that, it would probably be kind of catastrophic.
Okay.
Can't say we don't offer.
I mean, you
Somebody mentioned cats?
and it doesn't even like wait for you to stand on the platform. There's just a flash of light and it liquefies all of you at once. You feel this incredible closeness to everyone that you're in a party with, and then this painful, wrenching tearing as you're pulled apart from each other and reconstructed. Hey, everybody
That's
made
right,
it.
everyone.
Welcome to the 39th floor.
Hello.
Hi.
That wasn't fun.
Let's never do that again.
You know the look that they had in Galaxy Quest the first time they teleported? That's basically Cecile right now.
Right before they threw up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can try to take a normal means of conveyance to the upper floors, but we wouldn't recommend it.
Oh.
It sure is a long way to walk, eh, buddy?
That is true.
Anyway, enjoy your trip. Come let me know if you need anything.
Can you heal people?
I'm more of an up and down system.
Okay. Okay, so you can bring dead bodies back. That's good to know.
Well, we've sort of been programmed to overlook the fact that you're carrying around parts of bodies. If I were to
Okay.
reanimate any dead material that passed by, I would have to reconstruct that arm, and then whoever it belongs to, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to be used as a key.
Do people like
Do what?
what fish people like? We were trying to figure out what fish people liked.
Hold on a second, buddy. I'll search my records. I have no idea. I took one's blood, though. He was nice.
Did he enjoy it?
He didn't cry.
He must be very brave.
Did he survive?
He didn't cry.
Okay.
Is there a door?
Yeah, there's a door leading out of here to the like north-ish area.
Alright, so Sable's going to go over that way a little bit, make some cawing noises, and then Sam's going to follow along.
Same with Lex.
All right. So once you get into like the hallway, it's real dark. Does anybody have anything to fix that, or?
Probably have a torch in our adventures kit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody had any cool abilities to show off or anything.
Not right now, no.
Okay, so if anybody wants to light up a torch, let me know and mark it off of your adventuring gear. And once we
Go ahead and light up a torch.
Okay. And so I'm gonna drag a picture onto the screen,
Oh.
and this is what you all see. Sort of. Did it show up?
Yeah.
Okay. So
All.
there's a long hall of these. It almost looks like not all of them are cloaked. Some of them are like finely dressed figures that are really kind of long and lanky. And the ceiling, right about where the heads should be, the ceiling is bowed in. So really, all you see is to right up about like the mid chest area. So you assume these things have heads and their torsos finish. But this hallway is probably a good 1,000 feet long or so.
They're really tall. Do they have feet?
Yes, probably.
Not fish people.
I don't actually see anything. Still a blank screen.
Um,
On roll 20?
Yeah.
really?
The thing I could say is maybe check the zoom slider.
Yeah, I
Picture's
zoomed all
low.
the way out. Or all the
Oh.
way in. Maybe I'll just
Mm.
reload.
I'm trying. I told it to pull your attention to it. Like I did a little shift click, and it should pull your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah, my Roll20 screen is blank. I'm using the Twitch stream.
Okay, well that's dumb and unfortunate, and I'm sorry. That's what they look like, if you can see in 15 seconds.
Okay.
So, did anybody want to inspect anything in this hallway, or keep on trucking, or
Well, Sam is seriously going to check to make sure that they're not fish statue people.
Okay, well they have probably roughly about 2/3 of them have long flowing robes that cover their feet, so you can't tell for those, but the other third of them have what look like shoes of some strange make on their feet.
How often can you ask what is evil?
As many times as you want.
All right, Lux will pray for guidance
Okay.
to see if the people are evil.
Okay. So before we do that, is anybody in the party? Did anybody pick the evil alignment?
This is where Aaron asks difficult questions.
No.
No.
Damn you. Nothing here is evil. These are just menacing, which doesn't count.
So do you
Okay,
say
good.
they're made of stone or they're actual robes being?
It seems to be stone.
Okay. Can I see if there's any stone spirits I can talk to?
Sure. How does that look? Like if we're doing this cinematically, how do you start talking to stone spirits?
I walk up and I tenderly touch it with my little stump.
Just kind of rub that stump on it.
Yes, like making physical contact with the stone and kind of closing my eyes, concentrating,
Okay.
listening.
Do you want to ask anything? Do you want to start this conversation?
It's like, hello? Anyone home?
Who speaks?
It is I, Lamaine.
I know no other spirits by this name.
I'm not a spirit. I'm a mushroom.
How do you know our tongue?
I don't know. I just
Um,
wanted to say hi.
hello. Also, while this conversation's happening, Lux, you don't. It's not like a strong sensation, but you do feel waves, kind of light, soft waves of evil coming off of Sam or something he's carrying.
I'll go up to Sam and I will ask him what's in his, like, what are you carrying?
Some arrows, bow. Got wow, a lot of arrows. Food.
I sense something evil.
Where?
Had the food for a while.
It's near you.
No, it's not evil. It's important and good. Sable's convinced of it.
I'll look at him like very suspiciously.
Look at Sable.
Are you sure?
We found it, and it's going to be important. Sable told me.
What is it that you found?
Sam kind of looks around furtively just to see if anyone else is paying attention. Okay. He opens his backpack a little bit and like shows her the little dagger.
Interesting.
It's like it's so shiny. It's not shiny.
She goes out to like almost touch it, but like pulls away, like fascinated.
While y'all are doing that, the spirit that inhabits like this wall of stone, Lemaine, and says, "Have you a reason for coming down this far? We have not spoken to any in quite an age."
For how long?
Time is different for us, but
I see.
we know that above, the world has moved on
It has.
twice, it seems.
Have you seen any water or talked to any water spirits down here?
None. This space is dry.
Okay, well, thank you. Have a nice day.
You as well. Excuse me. Let's see. Did y'all want to pursue the dagger thing any further, or move on forward?
I think I'll keep a mental note of it.
Okay.
We have Cecilia start checking for traps, just to be on the safe side.
That's fair. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see what the trap thing is.
Want to roll for it?
I believe so. Trap expert. Let me see. When you spend the moment to survey a dangerous area, roll a dex. Yes. So roll 2d6 plus your dex mod, which should be 2, I believe.
Yes.
$10. Very nice. All right, so you get to hold 3, and as you walk through, you get to ask questions. Is there a trap here, and if so, what activates it? What does the trap do when activated? What else is hidden here?
So I'll start with the first one. Is there a trap here, and what activates it?
There is some sort of mechanism that could be harmful. One of the statues on the left side of the hall has this, looks like a pretty heavy weight hanging down on a cord on an outstretched arm, and it's the only one that has its arm stretched out.
And what is that? So walks over a little bit closer to it to get a better idea, look at it, and what does it do when it's activated?
It is very likely that either this statue or a segment of the wall will come down or pop out.
And what else is hidden in here?
What else is hidden? That's a good question. In between two of the statues, you see it blends in rather well with the stone, but it's like this grayish, brownish, small pouch. Somebody seemed to take great effort hiding it.
She's watched a lot of adventures pick up things and watch it not turn out well. She pulls out a little, decent-sized parchment, carefully scribbles a skull on it, and puts it near the statue with a giant boulder hanging from it. So that was a warning.
Okay, I like it.
And then runs back over to the others and says, "Hey, I found a pouch."
Really? What's in it?
I don't know. It's probably death.
Ouch! I thought she was bigger.
She's like 5 feet tall.
Excuse me.
This pouch. He's gonna go see if he can find it.
Well, it is easily marked.
I don't know what the follow-up to that is besides okay.
Are you trying to actually go find it?
Yeah, and other shinies. So Sable's gonna help me go search for that.
Well, she can show you exactly where it is.
Okay.
It's probably totally fine. There is you are taken to a pouch that is tucked between two statues quite firmly.
Hmm.
Why didn't you take it?
Can I ask if there's anything evil in the pouch?
There is not.
I'll relay that to the team.
Kinda leans up
evil.
and tries to whisper, "It looks like death."
It's even got a note on it with a skull. I mean, who would put that if it wasn't dead?
No, that's for the boulder trap.
Oh,
All right. Well, Sable's gonna take a good long look at the at the pouch, and try and decide if it's shinier than it is dangerous.
Well, wait, the boulder trap or the pack?
The little pouch.
Yeah. The pouch isn't very shiny. I mean, it's kind of dusty. It seems like it's been here for quite a long time.
If it's food, it's probably gone bad.
How big is the pouch?
Not too huge. You could probably fit it between two of your hands. Like it's a little bit bigger than like hand size.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. You have a pouch. Congratulations.
Yay.
Is it empty? Is there something in the pouch?
Oh yeah, it feels like there's something in there for sure.
Open the pouch.
Okay, there's another pouch in there. It's smaller.
Oh, crafty! I take that pouch out and open it.
Okay. There is something wrapped in what looks like very light, very warm chainmail. Like it's shiny, and you can't tell like where the hell this came from. It's like it is ridiculously light and it seems really sturdy.
That's awesome.
Yes, and it's got a thing in it.
Sweet. I I unwrap the shiny for more shinies.
So inside the chainmail is not a shiny. It is a furry, maybe palm-sized round object that is throbbing slightly.
A tribble?
That's actually the first thing I thought of too.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that, but thanks a lot.
There's really only one thing Sam's going to do, and that's pet the furry little tribble.
It doesn't seem to respond to your touch. Your hand feels slightly colder. Like you can tell
Like
this
it
creature is warm,
yeah.
but you feel like part of like where it's resting in your hand feels like it is losing heat somehow.
Huh. But did it feel soft and furry to pet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's like a mossy rock that might be alive.
Can I try to talk to it?
You could try.
I can try, yes.
What is
Do you need
your
to
thing
roll
talker
something?
thing say again?
Well, I guess I could talk to it.
Can you talk to
Shit, you both can. Damn.
it? Should be fine.
We're cleverly putting in an unwrapping puzzle, but no.
Nobody ever thinks to check the pouch in the pouch. Shit.
You said that, and I'm like, Sam will keep doing this for hours. We'll be here all night long.
You just end up pulling a slightly smaller thimble out of a slightly larger thimble.
Well, at least don't get killed.
Yeah, I guess y'all pick which one wants to talk to it first, and then we can have a conversation with the rock.
Sure, Lex can go first because I talked to the rock last time.
Things mostly only druids say.
I'll go over to it and say hello.
Okay. Sam, your hand is slightly colder.
Okay.
It seems to still just kind of be sitting there and throbbing occasionally.
Can you speak?
Continues to throb. Sam, your hand is getting colder quicker.
I change hands.
Okay. That hand begins to warm up, and then when you put it in, it immediately starts to feel cold.
Ooh, cold.
Guys, I found a snowball thing.
I'll like reach my hand out to it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't try to move away or anything. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's like a rock that is slowly stealing heat from Sam.
Is it like like a ball of fur? So is there like a face?
There's
Or
no discernible face.
limbs?
It's kind of like this roundish, almost like egg-shaped thing. So there's no like distinguishing body parts. You don't see legs or eyes or ears or anything like that.
It could be a kind of egg.
Is someone having a fight in their house?
Sorry. It's a litter box.
Oh, it's Jordan trying to attack the cats again, isn't it? But are you trying to take it, or are you just kind of hanging out near it?
I won't take it.
Okay.
But I will look over to Lomaine. Have you seen anything like this before?
But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, a spirit, has a name. Let's try and find its name.
It is not evil.
Okay. I can go over and try and touch it and talk to it.
Okay. What do you say?
Say, hello. Hello, little fella.
You You get a flash in your mind as this thing kind of shows you yourself leaned over talking to it. And it repeats back hello using your movements and your voice.
Hmm. It's a mimic rock. Maybe. I wonder if this would make a good present for the fish people.
Reasonable, yes.
Jordan fell downstairs.
They just sort of
Sorry,
appeared.
there's a cat that's
Oh my god.
really...
Fine. Do you say the fish people thing like towards it or to the rest of the party?
I would say to everyone, including the little rock thing.
Can we really give him as a gift though? It's not really ours to give.
Shiny, yeah. I feel shiny.
Lomain, you get a mental image of kind of like the surroundings, this weird long hallway, and then this feeling like you're traveling up through the floor, or through the ceiling rather, and eventually like it gets gray, and you feel like you're still flying, and then you feel like a breeze, and then you're brought back down here.
I'll try and convey that to everyone, that this rock is giving me images of flying around, and it mirrored me as well.
I think we should take it with us.
I agree. I might want to change into it later.
Study it further.
Yes.
All right. So you
Yeah, so I guess I rewrap it.
okay?
In the
It's
chainmail? Yeah.
chainmail, then in the pouch, and then in another pouch, and then I put it in the backpack.
Okay.
And there's another pouch that we didn't see before that you had to put it in.
Or it could ride on my head.
Oh, that's why there's so many pouches, because it's cold.
Yeah.
It needs all those layers.
So yeah, you put it in your pack.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Right about the time you finish, sorting all your belongings in the pack to make room for this thing, you hear not so much a commotion, but you hear whistling coming down from the way you guys came.
Oh, that's right. They're following us.
Yeah. The orc is looking around kind of with his mouth just totally agape at the surroundings. And Ash walks up and she goes, "Well, they certainly know how to decorate, I guess. How's it look up ahead?"
Well, the giant boulder's probably a trap that would kill us all, so walk around that.
Oh, yep, okay. We can certainly do that. Is there anything else we should look out for?
Not that I was able to find.
Okay.
We found a rock.
Good?
We haven't been able to scout as much ahead as we have here.
Oh, okay. Not the end of the world. I mean, I don't think so.
Oh, jeez.
But, I mean, if this goes bad, it could be, is all. No pressure. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The fish people say they can help seal that being of unknowable evil away in exchange for the water and stuff. So that's kind of why we're doing this whole diplomacy thing.
Oh. Did they say how?
Nope.
Okay.
Even better reason to succeed.
Trade secrets and all that stuff.
Mm.
I just assume fish people are very protective of their secrets. Oh god. My cable's all tangled up. I think I'm the cat. Okay.
So I guess we'll go scout ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scout.
Can I change to a bat?
You absolutely can. Or, I mean, you can roll it and see if you can.
Yes.
Ooh.
You cannot.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, okay. So you get a 6.
Yeah,
So
you actually.
you mark an XP. You get to hold
Okay.
one in addition to whatever I say. Okay, so you get one hold, and you're pretty sure you screwed this up when you transformed. So becoming your normal shape again is going to hurt a lot.
Ooh.
And also in this form, you can't communicate with the rest of the party.
Okay.
And by a lot, I mean like you take a D8 damage probably. Which I guess isn't that much. It's fine. So you hear some skittering sounds as the goblin and the kobold are trying to catch up with everybody with their long legs. And Ash slaps the orc. She goes, "Thark, pay attention. We have to act like we know what we're doing." And he closes his mouth and he goes, and he walks forward after you all.
All right. Yeah. So I guess Sam and Sable will try and scout ahead a little bit. They know what to do with that. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to scout ahead, I guess that would be discern realities probably.
Yeah. Sure. Where is my sheet? And helping with the whole track thingy. It is one of his tricks. So for looking around and doing that, you know what I mean. Fine.
8.
Woohoo! I'm awesome.
All right. So ask one of these questions, and you get to take +1 forward when acting on it.
Well, it really feels like what should I be on the lookout for with the whole I'm scouting thing.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this room that you all have just kind of gotten to the threshold of, it seems to be like several hundred feet in any direction. It's mostly circular. It looks like a huge stone column that has fallen over across the middle of the room and is conveniently just about like table height if you want it to stand. But there is a portal that is in one corner. It's kind of like this icy blue color, and it has it glows with energy, almost like a bluish fire. You don't see any heat or anything coming out of it, obviously, but it's got that kind of effect where the brightness kind of comes and goes. There is a hallway directly opposite where you all are coming from, and in the corner, opposite the portal, there is. It looks like rubble that maybe leads up to somewhere else.
More interesting. I don't think Sam's seen one of the portals before, so I think his attention is going to be drawn that way to go and find out what's up with it, and I don't know, chuck a rock into it.
You sure you don't have any throwing knives or anything you wanna toss in there?
No. I could shoot an arrow if I wanted to, but I don't want to really attack it. I want to like toss a rock and be like, ooh.
Okay. You successfully have thrown a rock into a portal.
It like disappears. It does the whole portal thing.
Yeah, it makes like a ripple, and then you can see it sinking further away from you.
Like the portal is water?
Basically, it seems that way.
Ooh. Well, this is going to keep Sam occupied for hours.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
So,
So yeah, I was going to let other people. Sam is investigating the portal and oohing and ahhing at it at this stage, and let other folks do something stupid.
Does anybody else want to, like he said, do anything stupid, or I guess do anything not stupid?
Lemaine's a bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gonna fly around and echolocate the room and stuff. See if there's anything else besides the portal and the debris.
Yeah, that sounds good. Since you're a bat, if you want to add one to a discern realities roll.
Okay.
Another 8. Okay. Well, it's better than a 6, I guess. So you get to ask a question from the list below.
What here is not what it appears to be?
I'm marking in yellow. Nope, it's a terrible color on the map. Let's try like hot pink. There's something building in this other corner over here. It doesn't appear to be anything right now, but you can definitely tell there's some sort of gathering of energy.
Ooh.
So that seems, I don't know, noteworthy, I guess, let's say.
Yeah. I try and talk to the rest of your group, but somehow they don't understand me.
Everybody else, a mushroom bat is flying around going, eee! And I'm sure that's great.
Yes. In a dark cave.
Gonna roll for discern realities as well.
Okay. 4. Okay, you get to ask a question, and I'm going to give you bad information.
What should I be on the lookout for?
What should I be on the lookout for? You're pretty sure anything that can make a portal like that one glowing in the corner is too powerful to be trusted. So you should be on the lookout for anything that comes out of there wanting to talk business. There's no way that's going to go well. Oh my god, there's so much. I gotta stop reading chat. There's so much chat.
She walks over to Lux because Lux seems like the only other person who is got their shit together.
Okay.
Kind of taps on the armor and motions her to lean in closer.
I do so.
I don't trust what's in that portal.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Scanner hands over. Sam is like poking it with a stick.
I guess we can't see it. Like if I ask what was evil, the portal itself doesn't necessarily need to be evil, but what comes out of it could be.
Theoretically. Portals themselves are not capable of evil acts or lawful acts, just based on the fact that they are, I mean, I guess not technically inanimate since they're all wiggly and shit, but they're not sentient.
Could I see if it was casted by an evil person?
Not unless that person's here, and they're not. So nothing here is throwing up any flags, straight up evil wise or anything. And so the leader envoy arrives, and nothing new is throwing up any things of evil. You're still getting waves off of Sam and his backpack.
Yeah.
So whenever you ask, just assume that that's one of the default answers.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that. That's why, I took a mental note of that he had a dagger. Yeah.
Shit, I forgot what else I was saying. Oh yes. So the leaders from the top floor, they begin to set up their stuff on this overturned pillar, and kind of make themselves ready. Ash is taking deep breaths. The orc is using a dagger to clean under his fingernails. The kobold and the goblin are pushing each other around, I guess trying to get closer to the pile of rocks that can act as a step so they can actually see what's going on. And as they're getting set up, the icy-looking portal, it takes on a much more liquidy sort of texture, and then you see 4 figures come out.
Ah!
I'll stand in front of Ash in case.
Yeah.
Anything.
So one of them is Bob from last time. One of them is kind of similar to Bob, except it has this really long tendril on top of its head with some sort of glowing thing, almost like a lantern. And it's got crazy huge teeth. There's another one that has, it looks like just, I mean, it's just a big collection of tentacles with a face with a crown on it. And one of them just kind of, you're not sure where to look at it. It's just this real big collection of, they're not even tentacles, they're like these weird little knobby tendrils, and it seems to mostly be rolling on the floor. And that's, that's not usual. But Bob sees you all, and he sees, Ash and the orc and the kobold and the goblin, and he does a quick wave, and he turns around and says something to the other 3, and then he kind of jogs over, and he waves again.
I'm assuming we were waiting for you.
He nods. He stretches his arms wide and goes.
Would I not understand him?
Nope.
Even though I have the one that transcends.
Your voice
language?
does. He can understand
Oh,
you.
I see. Oh, I see.
Only goes one way.
You got a monkey paw, that wish. But the other 3 figures arrive. The one with the glowing thing on its head pulls out this crown that it was, I guess, carrying in its hands, and it puts it on its own head, and it clamps one of each of the manacle things to the other 2 who arrived. And after a moment, it goes from to, can you understand us now?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, the only can't talk.
Chirp, 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 chirp. We are known as the Exalted Ones. We speak for our varied species. And we have come to do business. Who is your representative?
I step aside to reveal Ash.
Oh, geez. Hi, I guess that's me. Hi, I'm Ash. And he looks, I guess, you can't tell what gender it is anyway. And it says, is this the designation of your people? Are you all the Ash? And she says, no, just me. We all have individual names. I'm a human. And she starts pointing out, like, the different species and stuff in the room. And she says, and we all live together here, and I guess on top of this spire, and out in the world. Where are you from, by the way? And it looks and says, that is complicated and unimportant at the moment. and it produces this. It looks like paper. There's something written on it, but the paper is made of like these very small, delicate-looking scales, and it rolls it out on the pillar, and it says, "These are our terms in order to help you. Take your time and read them well." And as the papers are, handed over and exchanged with both sides kind of saying, "Hey, here's what we need," etc., etc. Um, Lomain, you hear from this pile of rubble in the room, you hear like very light sounds of like shifting stuff.
Uh-oh.
And
Well, since
yeah.
I can't talk to them, so I'm gonna change back, not knowing that
Yep.
it's gonna hurt.
So you change back, roll me a d8.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So you've got
Ouch.
you take
That
2
hurts.
damage and you land back on your feet.
Actually, I'm gonna lay on my back in pain.
Okay.
It's like, guys, there's something's happening. Ow.
Lux will run over to Lomain.
You have done
Is
well.
it coming from that corner there that's opposite the portal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna point over in that direction. I heard something moving over there.
So Sam's gonna move over there. You walk up to the thing to see if he can see what's moving.
You get most of the way there, and a short figure walks out. Probably, I don't know, 3-4 feet tall, maybe. Looks just like a small humanoid. Except this one's got like grayish, purpley skin, and there's a little bit of a glow behind the eyes. But very well dressed, comes out, says, "I've been sent here as an emissary of Our Lady's will. She thought it was unbecoming for some to have a meeting and for her to not be invited. So I am here to make her will and her priorities known."
Are you a
Over
lawyer?
to Lux, and then looks over to Ash. Looks for any kind of guidance.
Is it evil?
No.
Your pause though. Like, should I ready myself? I'm like,
It doesn't. This thing doesn't have a weapon drawn. It seems. I mean.
who is your master?
Names will come later. We refer to her only now as Our Lady. She holds a vast swath of territory in this tower, and she wishes to be part of any proceedings that may involve dealings with materials that come into or leave this tower.
I demand that you tell me who she is. I can use like my I am the law.
Okay, roll it. 8. Well, I suppose if you wish to flex your muscle, that's fine. Sadly, it is unlikely you would even know of her name. Our Lady Areki, have you heard of her? She's heard of all of you.
I look around to the others.
Cecilia surely shrugs all 6 arms in a wave.
Is she
have
a
not heard of you.
spider?
Yeah.
In a metaphorical sense, perhaps. But that is the only resemblance to a spider she has.
Let's see.
Our Lady is much more beautiful and wondrous and powerful.
Okay.
Does she come in peace?
Yes. I've been instructed to make contact, to attempt to become part of these proceedings, to make the requisite offers of assistance, and to report back to Our Lady.
What would you be able to provide?
Power.
What kind of power?
Well, I'm not sure if this phrase is still popular amongst you all, but it was said at a time, long ago, that knowledge was power, and we have much. We have knowledge of things that may be forbidden to some, things that may have simply been forgotten. Everything floats down to us at some point or another.
Do you have knowledge of the Dark One of this world?
We do.
And how to defeat him? Or it?
We can offer aid in this.
Then you are welcome to our table.
Excellent. And he casually walks over. And he looks at the papers that are presented. And he says, Our Lady makes an offer of knowledge and guidance, let us say. And to the fish people, he slides a glowing vial of something. It's like a potion bottle size. And to the gathered heads of Argent Springs, he slides another one.
Can I detect if they're evil? Whatever's in the item?
Yes,
I'm just
you
going to
can.
know if everything's evil.
They're not evil.
Okay, good.
You get a little bit of gray from them, but not outright evil.
So they're glowing?
Yes.
What are the potions?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
Oh no, these are not potions. These are, let's call them guiding spirits.
Oh, can I talk to the spirits?
Not here. It would not be appropriate.
Okay. Later then.
Yes. Later they will have much to say. Ow.
Are they given freely, or is there an exchange expected?
These are a gesture of goodwill. Further assistance can be provided if the terms are agreed upon.
And what are your terms?
For now, Our Lady requests nothing from you. In the future, in the far future, she will ask for tributes, let's call them, from your townspeople.
Tributes. Like an
Yes.
unwritten check, or an
Oh,
unsigned check?
well, you will be signing an agreement that your ancestors will carry out.
They may hit us.
they will be alive to hate you.
Sounds good.
So he produces 2 scrolls. They're on this like kind of almost looks velvety, like this velvety grayish black paper, and he just holds his hands out and they roll down and they conveniently stop right next to the 2 parties who would be signing them. And there is a quill there ready to go. And he says all that is needed is to sign on the dotted line. And Ash looks over at you all and then at the orc, and she says, I mean, we could use help, but where the hell did this guy come from?
Rocks.
Or the wall, yeah.
He came from the wall. And then,
Yeah.
okay.
He says he represents someone who owns quite a bit of real estate in this place.
Oh, well, that's not ominous. Let's just make a deal with a faceless creature to help kill another faceless creature.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Perhaps fully reading the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lemaine can't read them.
Ash is like, it'll take a little while, but yeah, that's fine. Give me a few minutes. I've got to look over both of these.
Side note, what are the fishermen doing at this point?
They're looking back and forth at each other, and like the fish have been listening, and they say, "Is this one with you all or another party?"
See that it says, think he's another party.
We were not anticipating another group.
Neither were we.
This is ominous, we must admit, but desperate times. And one of them, the weird roly tendril one, kind of scoots up, and the anglerfish pokes the quill onto it, and like it excretes this ink. And yeah, just signs the contract. Looks over Ashes. And says, "Very well. We will offer our assistance in dealing with this slumbering thing in exchange for water, and we will also provide you with food." And Ash says, "Okay, that sounds good." So she signs. They're all signed, and Ash looks over and she says, "Okay, well, so this says in 350 years." We have to erect something and offer tributes to Areki, whoever that is, in exchange for ongoing favor. Which seems... I don't know how I feel about burdening future generations with hard deals.
I assume there's a clause that says what happens if we don't do that in the future.
It says if the tributes are not carried out, that retribution will be sought and assistance may be undone, or this is worded in a really weird way. It either says they'll either undo the assistance that they did in the past, which seems weird, or that the people who they helped in the past will serve, which also seems strange.
What does it mean by tribute?
It says tributes, like multiple, so I'm thinking maybe like people have to work in her service or something.
Does it specify it needs to be a living tribute? Could it be like fruits or harvest?
Ash looks over at the small grayish figure And he says, "Oh, we will be needing, um, well, let's just say you're trading life now for some life later."
How many tributes are required?
Oh, only a few. One, maybe two a month.
For how long?
I think it's ongoing.
A month. Or, sorry, per month um, for as long as the town stands.
Hmm.
Once the agreement has come due.
What happens to these tributes?
They serve in different ways, depending on Our Lady's needs
Are they
and
to
their
be harmed?
abilities. Some at first, and then less later.
Hmm.
That's not ominous.
Sounds like they want slaves.
Hmm.
Let me rephrase. They will all be harmed at first, but then the suffering, it does end. And then they will know peace and happiness.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I will question the party if the party thinks we are able to do this without the help of Araki.
Oh, that's a good question.
We didn't have this help prior. Would we be able to do this without Araki and just with the Bob and his crew?
Bob and his crew. I don't know. Are we able to provide the water that the fish people need?
I assume so, as Ash has agreed to this.
Hmm.
Ash is pulling at her collar uncomfortably at that question.
Oh. Maybe not then.
Excuse me.
Is there someone higher up that we should be consulting? Like,
For the town?
yes, like a mayor or some kind of leader.
No. A lot of the town leaders and stuff didn't
Uh-huh.
make it through the initial attack,
Okay.
and
What is the
Ash
help?
kind of blundered her way into a treaty with the orcs and stuff, so they listen or they'll talk to her but not many other people. So she's kind of become one of the support poles of this town.
Yeah.
What is the help that the fish people are able to provide?
Uh, they said they know the way to bind the thing. If it can be, um, if it can be subdued, they can bind it again and put it back underground. But that was all they offered, basically, since that's not a part of it that you all know how to do.
Right.
And what is exactly the assistance that the Lady Iraqi is offering?
Knowledge.
The knowledge of thousands of years of adventurers and information and wisdom and
Well, if the fish people have been able to seal him away once, would they not have valid knowledge of how to defeat him and seal him away again? What proof is there that we actually need you?
I never said that you did. We're just offering help and overseeing these goings on that are happening in Our Lady's Spire.
Would you not help just to help to preserve the lands as they are? Maybe this dark one would pose harm to Lady Erect.
Not even death has power in her domain.
Oh.
Our Lady grows curious of the world above and wishes to have a chance to spread her wings a bit, spread her legs, explore. She can't do that with this nuisance outside. So she is offering assistance in exchange for assistance from you later.
Hmm. Well, the fish people already signed, so it seems like they're not confident that they could
Yeah,
help
they
us
did.
enough. Yeah.
You would not go to a, and he kind of stares off for a second, restaurant and expect food without payment, would you? You would not go to a smith and expect weaponry without payment. We are providing food. We are providing weaponry of sorts. And all we ask is that you pay us when the time comes due.
Do both parties need to sign?
Oh no. Only the party that signs will receive the benefits of our aid.
But wouldn't one party's benefits greatly benefit the world if we were to get rid of the Chosen or get rid of the Dark One?
Well, theoretically, but I will remind you that alliances of convenience cease to be alliances when they are no longer convenient. And perhaps at a point, your friends from the water will realize that they're stronger than you, and that they don't need you as much as you need them. And maybe they can have all the water. But I'm simply an outsider, and that is just. Feel free to ignore me.
Sailor kind of reaches up and taps Ash.
Yes.
If we get all that knowledge, then we could probably figure out how to get enough water to help pay for the fishmen.
Maybe we have to figure something out, because if we don't, then some of the people in town are gonna die. But we already signed those papers.
But if we don't do anything, everyone could die.
Yeah.
Being a
And no
leader
payments.
sucks.
And no payments till 350 years, so that's not too bad.
Exactly.
But making a deal where people in the future come to harm is not a deal that is honorable.
He looks over at you and he goes, I assume that you, being a person of the cloth or armor or whatever it is your kind wears in this era, you can tell.
I am a paladin.
Yes. I would say we've met, but I've met many of your kind before. Many of them can detect lies or untruths or hidden truths or anything like that. I offer no hidden things. I spell things out for you. If there's any questions that you have, I am here to answer them. If you do not wish to deal, I will leave you my good faith offering, and I will walk away. But I would hate to report back to Our Lady with anything less than excellent news.
It seems to me that the deal you have offered doesn't tell us the whole truth.
What more truth do you require, Paladin?
Such as exactly what these people would be doing. Our tributes, as you say.
Do you wish to know the bloody details, or would you like to remain ignorant for the sake of your own soul?
Well, would they not be detailed in the contract? I assume it wouldn't be just something that would be whipped up willy-nilly.
When the time draws near, more detailed plans will be given. But we can discuss if you would like.
I don't know. Based on my honor as a paladin, I don't. This is an honorable afraid. But it is not up to me to sign the treaty.
Ah, very true, it is not.
So what's Ash thinking? Or what's she?
Ash is like, this sucks. I mean, we need everything we can get.
Mhm.
If this fails, the town doesn't exist in 300 years. All those people don't even exist. So there's not a life to even lose. If we do this, if we can save the town, then, I mean, if we need to, give people to this thing, maybe we could find a way to make it fair, or something. We're in a bad place, and I don't think we can afford to turn down help right now.
I'm just wondering at what cost.
But we know the cost.
Is there any cost too great for saving the world?
Needs of the many outweigh needs of the few.
But wouldn't there be a lot that would be paying the price? So it wouldn't be a few.
Well, if we don't get help, everyone will be dead.
Ash looks over at the other three creatures, and they shrug and they motion for the pen and they sign. She says, "Okay, well, I guess we're doing this." And then she signs as well. And the figure says, "Oh, excellent. I knew you'd come around in time. There's no need for any extra persuasion either. I love when a deal goes well." And he goes, I'm so excited, in fact, as a sign of good faith and hopefulness for future dealings. I will offer you a second jar." And he slides another one onto the table for you all. One of them is like orangey, red, yellow kind of streaks. Looks almost like lava. And then one of them, the other one looks like liquid metal or something. It's like it looks like it alternates between metal and blood inside.
What are these?
These are souls that will guide your people in the day to come. We saw where there was a lack, and we said that this could not be. So perhaps with these offerings, you can shore up your defenses, perhaps push the interlopers back, and in time, he leans forward, perhaps you will realize that you are stronger than those from the portal, and that you don't need them. And he shrugs and smiles, and he says, "If there's nothing else, I must bring Our Lady the good news."
How do we contact you in the future?
This is a good question. He says, "Give me just a moment." And he like pulls out this bag that you didn't see before, and he roots through it, and he gives you like a skeletal hand.
Oh yeah, another limb.
Yeah, this one's just a hand that's somehow held together, like it's still got the sinews and stuff, but one of its fingers is missing.
Oh.
And he also hands over the finger, and he says, "If you wish to discuss anything. Just simply put these together, and we can communicate through it. If you need my presence physically, simply let me know, and I can be there.
Freaky.
We speak through a hand.
Yes. There was an old saying that Our Lady was fond of. She used to say, talk to the hand. And then once she gained enough power, she made it possible. She does wondrous things, Our Lady. I think you'll come to like working for her. It would seem, though, that the business here is concluded. I bid you all good day, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of each other very soon. And he picks up
Nice
his...
doing business with you.
The same goes to you. And he picks up his pack, and he walks over to the pile of rocks. And he says, good day, travelers. And he doesn't, like, go back up things. It sounds like movement, but he just kind of fades out. So he's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, Sam goes and checks that out. That is amazing.
There's a pile of rubble that seems to fill up this big hole in the wall, and it stretches all the way to the ceiling.
Yeah, that's just what Sam got out of about the last half hour.
There's just white noise, and then, ooh, rocks.
Weird, that's cool.
Ash is sitting down with, like, her head in her hands, and she's like, I think I'm going to throw up.
Celia's still kind of not sure about the guys from the water portal, so she's hiding behind the orc, occasionally peeking out from behind him.
So,
Excuse me.
did the guy talk to the fish people?
He was talking to you all, and he slid the paper across to them as well, and they pretty much just immediately signed it, so he didn't have to answer any questions or do any extra deals or anything like that. They just signed the paper, and he was like, cool.
Okay. I assume they just want more water.
Yeah, and now they're getting water and power.
Mm-hmm.
Ash is looking at all of you, and she goes, did I make the wrong choice?
You made a choice.
I'm going to be history's greatest monster, aren't I?
Maybe.
It's not you that would be the monster. It would be Lady Areki. You were just forced between a rock and a hard place.
But I signed the paper. Nobody forced me to. I just signed the paper.
You took your counsel and you made your choice. It is for the best for now, in your belief.
Well, I guess if we're all gonna die or become servants or something, I've got a lady I need to go ask out. So, I guess I'll see you all later. I'm sorry for this.
So we agreed to the other terms?
Yep. We did. I did. And I hope someone in the future can forgive me.
So we should make like a countdown calendar for 350 years.
Why are we starting our calendar at negative 350? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We should probably start building a tribute. Or just find a place for one.
Tribute roulette system.
Yes.
Maybe talk to the guy to figure out what Lady Araki looks like so we can figure out how to plan the statue.
Well, he's gone, but if you want to communicate with him, there's absolutely a way to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go leave and just kind of figure out what we just did.
Can I talk to the vile spirits now?
You'd have to open them. There's something about the bottles they're in that sort of contains the spirits.
Oh, okay. Maybe I won't then. So the fish people got one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got one and we got two?
Yes.
Okay.
The fish all bow or, hunch over their weird blobby bodies. And then they head back through the portal.
Okay. See you at the big game.
Who's going to hold the vials?
You've got two. You can give one to roughly half the party.
Do they look like they can spill, or are they pretty much secured with like
Oh,
a lid or something?
It's stoppered with something.
Oh, okay. So we can just place it gently in our backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Ash and the rest of the leaders are in the teleport room. When you all head back that way, and she says, "Do you guys want to catch a ride with us?"
I
Yeah,
think we should.
Maybe not at the same time.
Okay. Suit yourself. So you hear the thing warm up. It's like, "Hey there, traveler. What can I do for you?" And Ash says, well, back to the first floor, please." And he goes, "Alrighty, just present your identification." And it does, and it goes, "Ooh, admin access granted." And you see it like scan one of the little eyebrow rings that Ash has, and the color of the weird eye thing changes. And she says, "First floor, please. Party of 4. Soft landing." And it says, "Okie dokie." And you see like this warm glow sort of envelop them, and they just sort of dissolve from the feet up, and they disappear.
You can ask for a soft landing. Didn't know that.
So yeah, the teleport room's open for you guys now.
Oh, did
Yes.
Ash take the communication hand, or do we have it still?
I think he handed it over to one of y'all, so if you want to turn that in, you can.
Okay. Can we see if that activates any floors?
Yeah, the thing turns on and says, "Hey there, traveler. Please present identification."
Should we wave the finger or the hand?
Yeah, let's give him the finger.
Okay.
God damn it.
Oh,
But yeah, it says, "Sorry, identification not verified."
And Celia holds up the actual arm.
"Oh, there we go. Thanks.
we go?
So, where are you going?"
First floor, and is soft landing possible?
"Sorry, admin access is needed for soft landing protocol."
I'm gonna throw up.
"How many in the party?"
4?
"Okie dokie. Hold on." And for you, it's like the room starts to rumble and it feels like it's going to fall apart. And then you're just squished together and shot through the ceiling.
oh.
What feels like way too long later, you are brought back to the first floor. All your joints probably hurt a whole lot. You're pretty sure that you're mostly back the way you're supposed to be. And you hear the voice say, "All right, get out." Or, "Come back soon," or whatever. Just go. God.
Bye.
Yeah.
It was a great day.
Shit, y'all made it back to town. That was quicker than I thought.
I know.
We didn't get stabby.
Yeah, y'all gotta start getting stabby.
Um, Jumping spider.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Shit. Okay. No, well, I guess that wraps up that little session. So I forgot to post the XP thing. Let me pull up my little tablet. So 1 for going on the thing. 1 for brokering a deal with the fish people. 1 for getting everybody back alive. Congratulations. And then the hidden ones, you got 1 for actually hearing the mysterious person out. And I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, and I can't read what this is, but I'll give you all 1 for finding my cleverly laid trap in the giant boulder that was hanging by a rope. So that's 5 XP for that. And what we're going to do is go to the end of session stuff. So going down that same order we went at the beginning. Crap. Cecilia, what is your alignment?
Neutral.
All right, what's it say for it? It should have like a trigger to get an XP for it.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Wait, we're right back down on the 39th floor.
I think the more dangerous a floor is, the more proportionally nice I'm going to make the thing.
I don't know if you can make it any nicer.
Avoid detection or infiltrate a location. Avoided the hell out of that trap.
Yeah, I can go for that. We'll give you an XP for that one. Next up we have Lomain.
Lomain's alignment is good, and it is help something or someone grow, which I don't think happened in this session.
Not yet. I don't think so.
Yeah.
You made a little bit of progress with the furry rock, but you know, it would need a little bit more to classify.
Yes, it'll come around.
Yeah. Sam, what is yours?
It's good, and it's endanger yourself to combat an unnatural threat. Don't really feel like I was endangered at all, so.
You to yourself.
I mean,
well, and especially since it's endanger yourself, at no point
Yeah.
did I know I was in danger.
had you guys taken different choices on different dialogue wheels, you were
Yeah.
very much in stupid danger the whole time.
I mean, like, the only way I could see framing that is, like, in the whole thing of we did this to try and put the shadowy things away.
Yeah.
But that's a big stretch to me, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna say probably no on that one this time.
Yep.
And Lux, what is yours?
Mine is my alignment is good. It's endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you. I did try, like standing in front of Ash when the portal opened.
Wow, rude. No, you thought something bad was coming through, so
Yeah.
I'll give you 1 for that.
Okay.
So mark those down, and then we have the end of session XP triggers. I have to find the stupid handout. There we go. Special moves, show players. End of session. Okay, did we learn something new and important about the world?
That there was a Lady Areki.
Yeah. So there's a few things in there, so we're gonna take an XP
Yeah.
for that. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? I don't think for this one.
No.
Not yet. No.
It's not really overcome.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
make a
y'all were
deal with,
overcome.
make a deal with, yes, but
Yeah. And then did we loot a memorable treasure? You've got several, so I'm gonna say 1
Yeah.
XP for that. So,
Scribble.
what we're gonna do is you get 7 XP, not counting. So you're gonna get 7 to go to that pool to distribute to whatever characters you want, and then you're also gonna get 7 for the character you played tonight, plus any failure or alignment XP. But those do not go to the pool; to spread amongst your other characters.
Okay.
And when you guys get back topside, do you open those vials?
Lamaine does.
Okay.
Does somebody prevent Sam from doing that?
Did we give Sam one of them?
Ooh, that is a better question.
Yes.
Who did we give the vials to?
Lamaine probably took one before anyone noticed.
Yeah, let's just. Okay, so Lamaine has one. Does anybody else have one and want to open it? We'll just go that way. Sam, you said you were gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I will totally say yes unless someone says they did.
Okay.
Stop Sam.
Sam, do you want the fiery one or the blood and metal one?
I think the fire one's cooler.
Okay. You open it, and at first there's nothing, and then the stuff inside begins to bubble up over the rim of the bottle, and eventually begins to pour onto the floor, and the floor starts smoking, and then it forms into a shape like a person, and
Hi.
you can see eyes and a mouth form, and it says, "I'm here to teach you how to burn."
Hello. Awesome.
This can only go well.
Yes.
Burn what?
Everything? Is everything?
All who stand in your way.
Awesome.
Bring those who wish to learn to me. And then you see it walk over to some kind of unused corner of the first floor. And then Lomaine, so you've got the blood and metal one.
Yes, the T1000.
Yes, you pull the lid off the top, and this one starts to vibrate, and then it shatters, and then there's an axe that is just stuck into the wall, and blood begins to pour out of the handle, and you can actually see the blood making the outline of a person, and it pulls the axe out. It says, "I'm here to fight. Do you have anyone for me to teach?"
Yes, I believe so.
"The lady wishes me to do so, so it shall be done. All
If
who
we're taught,
wish..." What?
sorry,
No, go for it.
if we're taught by these beings,
Mm-hmm.
do we gain any special abilities?
So depending on which one you go with, you guys have just unlocked the Immolator and Barbarian classes. So if you take them, they will basically wipe your slate clean, and you're now an Immolator or Barbarian.
Ooh.
So if you have a new character who just rolled into town, they can also be one of those things. This is kind of an unlimited use thing. You now have basically NPC training spirits that are just going to hang out on the first floor.
Do they doing that? Does that replace the character's XP or?
No, you can keep the XP that you had before, but
But it changed
basically,
their class.
yeah, you would change the class. You could change the look around if you want, if you feel like it fits, that sort of stuff. But if you do decide to reroll one of your existing characters, let me know, and we can go through it sort of step by step. But what I'm gonna do is try and go into I'm gonna go into the Google Drive and unlock those 2 sheets to where y'all can start messing with them or looking at them.
Cool.
So not everything's bad. I mean, we may have all doomed the town to misery for, the end of time after 350 years. But I mean, you got some cool new people.
And at least there'll be a town to be miserable in 350 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it up here. Sorry, this one ended up being shorter. That's just kind of the way it went, y'all. You dodged all my traps. You diplomacied all the people. I don't know what to do with these parties anymore.
Do you see what happens when we don't murder Hobo?
Yeah, you murder go home early.
So what's the amount of XP per level?
So in order to level up, it's 7 XP plus whatever level you currently are. So to hit 2, it's 7 plus 1. To hit 3, it's 7 plus 2. That sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. So I'm level 2.
Yeah, if you failed once or got at least 1 alignment XP or whatever, then you've got enough XP to level up. So, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of That D&D podcast. We hope you continue to like, share, and subscribe, and watch us on Twitch and YouTube, and listen to us talk on a podcast thing. If you ever feel like throwing money our way, on Twitch we could take subs, and you can also donate bits, which I guess is like money in some weird way. I think it's a cryptocurrency like banana coins, to be honest. Also, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/thatdnd podcast. And if you are listening to the VOD of this, I guess that's the only one that's going to be up in time, on February 1st, which is 2 days from now, we are going to be interviewing John Harper, who is the creator of Blades in the Dark. And on February 21st, February 21st, we're going to be interviewing Adam Coble, he's one of the co-creators of Dungeon World. And I'm not sure how we managed to do either of those, but I'm not going to complain. So tune in for those, and if you have any questions, feel free to submit them, and we will try and get them in there and ask these people your questions. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to turn things off. Thanks, and have a good night.